start the stream. All right, let's get to it. Mark, would you like to recap?
I'm back, bitches.
He's back.
More importantly, we
So-
finally rescued Finn last.
Actually,
Question.
hold on. I'm gonna bring up the stream and then I'll be ready to go.
That's what I just
Yeah,
did.
Fenn's back with a vengeance. And he's naked and afraid.
Well, he's definitely back.
He's definitely doing something.
All right. So, to recap, after being taken captive, you met Frulam Mondath, leader of the camp in the Green Fields. She offered you positions within the cult, seeing as you did take out some of the stronger troops in camp. After seriously weighing the options and benefits packages, or should I say the killer be killed package, you politely declined her offer. But you did manage to negotiate your lives, and Shebrek was granted one last night with his companions before being used in a special project helmed by his brother, Cyanrath. You were ushered into a tent along with 8 other prisoners, one of whom was Fenn, and another prisoner you had been sent to rescue, Leosin. He wanted to stay in the camp to learn more about the cult, but he ultimately was convinced by you all to come back to Greenest and rejoin his brother monks. He revealed that he picked the keys and dagger from a guard earlier when being transported from the cells to the tent. From there, escape was easy. The getting out of camp proved slightly more challenging. However, with most of the party adept at climbing, you're all able to make it out alive, with Biljam, Leosin, and 4 other prisoners. And then you basically escaped back to Greenest. You got back. It was next day. Y'all were exhausted. You all did suffer a point of exhaustion because you just needed to get back as you were, again, no gear. It was dark outside. There's animals and a bunch of other creatures wandering the plains that are nocturnal. And you could not risk stopping and resting with your given your situation. So you find yourselves back in Greenest, and you hear a familiar voice. Open the gates! Exhausted and ragged, you stumble in with Leosin, Biljam, and the other prisoners. You are ushered into the medical wing and promptly tended to. And after being in there for about an hour or so, eventually Governor Nighthill comes in, concerned. What happened out there? I don't know what his accent was. What happened out there? We were expecting you all last night.
We was not expecting to be captured.
Yeah, they got hands. We ain't posting that.
Come again?
We went, we saw, we fought, we lost, we ran.
I see.
Um,
Damn. I
There
am
were a
glad
lot
you're
of
all
them.
right. Approximately how many?
more than 100.
More than 100? All right. I mean, hey, that is some valuable information.
Like, yeah, if the entire force were to come to here, I don't think we would be able to hold them back.
Well, don't worry. We did send word to Burdusk for some aid from the Alliance. However, due to the number of raids by the cult in the region, they said they can provide support in a 10-day, but only workers to help rebuild. Currently, their troops are spread very thin. Can't afford to spare any more without leaving themselves undefended. So, hopefully, they don't be sending more troops this way. Any,
We
anything
continue
else?
this conversation. I have to ask. Does anyone have any spare clothing? I feel awfully exposed.
I feel mighty free, actually.
Sorry, sir. I don't believe we have met before.
Yes. I do not. Have they not spoken of me?
I'm assuming you are their friend, the green one.
Yes. And I go to shake his hand. Fenn, mountain strider of the clan Wugat. I was assisting bringing some stragglers back into the keep when I was captured by the cultists. You did save those folk, by the way. Yes? And I turn to the group.
Who were you sending our way?
I'm still looking for papers.
Those people, when you were bringing them back to the keep, and I had to distract the enemy from across the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, most of them died. Yeah.
You could ask Trebek about that one.
Excuse me?
Anyone seen any paper around here? Just about anything will do.
Yeah. He said safety in numbers, and then not like a fireball, but like a lot of them died like in one big pile, and then the rest scattered.
Well, these cultists are no joke, as we have learned firsthand. Now, again, where can I find some clothes? Or some armor, better yet.
Approximately how naked are we?
You're in your skivvies.
I
But you are
don't have
currently
those.
So nothing
Yeah.
changed for Grunk.
correct. You you lost your pants.
I have a loincloth. I don't have pants.
Oh, great. So yeah, nothing changed for you. You just got captured. You lost Matilda, basically. That's the
That's
only
pretty
thing of
disappointing.
importance. Yeah.
That's a little out of character that Grunk would leave her, but that's my bad.
I mean, yeah, fair. But you also
fell asleep in the middle of last session, so
Like I said, that's my bad.
Yeah, you left Matilda behind. You were actually willing to bring Belgium back. I know it was a whole thing.
Yeah, something's wrong.
And it
The
was
influence
crazy.
of the ring is corrupting me.
my precious. No.
I was just about to say that. Anyway, but you are currently at least under blankets, being tended to. Well,
Should we reset our health?
because you're gonna get a long rest in a second, or well, at some point during the session. Because again, you are all suffering from a point of exhaustion currently. So just keep that in mind. Well, thank you for bringing back the other townsfolk they managed to capture. Is there anything else you could provide information-wise on the camp? We got at least approximately more than 100 people. I mean, that is certainly a sizable amount.
The
they were
food
like
sucks.
Oh, yeah.
I can understand that, as you were prisoners. You don't want to give up your best food for people who might not be worthy.
We met one of the leaders. What was her name? Does anybody remember her name?
I have a hard time remembering more than a handful of names.
Grunk wouldn't call her a leader, more like middle management.
I feel like I wasn't even there. Like it was someone else in my body, if I'm being honest.
That's very interesting, because I heard you gave a very powerful and moving speech that was definitely spoken by someone who is trying to be you.
Nah, that doesn't sound right at all.
Didn't you meet your brother and talk to him and everything?
Wow, I really missed a lot.
Yeah, you did.
Feel like maybe that was something maybe we should have waited till I was back for.
You must have blacked out from the emotional trauma.
Like, we did record the session.
You could have, yeah.
Yeah, that equals me role playing it.
I want to say that I did a very good job channeling Trebek.
I thought so.
Yeah, he did a pretty good job, yeah.
I mean, to his credit, you went down, so there you go.
Exactly. Wait a minute.
By the saying you met your brother, you already met your brother, and he didn't really care that he saw you again. Like, oh, you're still alive.
He
But
dunked on you a little bit. He
Well,
was
he
very
cared
mean.
enough to use him for a sacrificial ritual.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But
he's
if
not
you
be too
do-
happy about that.
Yeah, and if you really care enough, that's how you met your brother. So there's that.
Where are my notes?
You check your butt.
The butt on my shirt is being faded. But anyway, yeah, there's middle management. Anything else that's relevant?
They were like broken up into like differently colored
yeah, Longo,
groups.
go ahead and make a history check to see if you can remember her name, even though I know it's written in the recap and you can see the recap.
I have disadvantage right now.
Yes, you do.
19.
Jesus.
I have a
Nice.
+8 to history. I don't know what
mean,
you
that's fair.
expected.
I know. You're a College of Florbard. Yeah, so her name was Frulum Mondath.
Yes, I'm not gonna try to pronounce that because I will mess up. So,
Okay, so I'm assuming you just relay that to him.
yeah, like
Cool.
that. The
Alright.
different colors. Like there was the blue ones, the red ones. I don't know if we saw any other ones, but they were definitely more than 2 colors.
I think you saw the red, white, and blue ones.
Right, the white one. They were very patriotic. I mean,
And then, yeah,
oh, we found
so
Leosin. And Leosin knows more about the camp than we do because he's there longer. Wanted to stay longer, but he was already about to die. So we brought him back.
Well, and
Totally willing, of course.
I do appreciate that. And you said that there were at least 3 colors happening. I presume the other 2, black and green, probably.
Probably.
And this Frula Mondath, what was she wearing? Was she a part of the color brigade?
Yeah, she was like that Blue Dragon's boss, essentially. It felt like. It's like that last guy
Gotcha.
that beat up that guy. That was like kind of leading it. The one above him.
And then with your
She was pretty
19,
tall.
you also remember that both of them, like instead of wearing like the colored armor like everyone else, depending on whatever faction they're part of, they were both wearing purple specifically.
I did remember that actually. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, so even though she wasn't wearing blue, but given how she was seemingly in charge of the other guy, safe to say she's probably on the blue faction or the blue group. But
Interesting.
who knows?
I
She could be
mean,
part of like the council of in charge of everybody. I don't know if there's even a council or something like that. I'm just throwing stuff out there. Like,
there's got to be something. Like if she said that she was in charge of the camp, and then there were the 5 factions, you would have to assume that each faction has its own leader, and then those leaders are probably under somebody else.
there was something about dragon eggs too. Like there was like that ritual that, like we tried
Dragon
going inside.
eggs.
Yeah, we tried going inside of a cave. Big mistake, as that is where we got our butts handed to us. But they said something about protecting dragon eggs, and then they weren't hatching, so they were gonna go sacrifice this guy over here, as I point over to Trebek, and try using like his dragonborn blood or something like that to make him hatch. I don't know.
Are you certain? Have you seen any of them?
No, but we heard it quite a bit. We heard dragon
And
eggs, not just regular eggs, right?
Yeah.
I think eventually you did. And Leosin chimes in. He just says, despite their appearance, the cult can be quite deceiving. And if no one has any insight on the cult itself, they can't be trusted. I probably think they have eggs. There would absolutely be no reason for me to believe that that cave is that heavily defended if there wasn't something in there worth defending. But again, they were bringing a lot of the loot into that cave. So maybe that's just what they're protecting in there.
Well,
Maybe,
dragons like their
maybe,
horde, right?
I mean, that is a well-known fact. No one.
Do dragon eggs hatch better when they're on bounds of gold?
Unfortunately, I have only studied the cult, not the beast. So I cannot tell you about what causes dragons to hatch. And
Where's
Nighthill.
Jorah when you need him?
Yeah,
Wrong
have
campaign,
funny.
apparently.
yeah, wrong campaign. And at this point, Nighthill chimes back in. Well, if they do have dragon eggs, I mean, it is going to be quite a difficult task, and I know you just came from there, but if I could have you all head back, do a little bit more digging inside said cave, try and figure out what's really going on, that would be some great intel we could provide to the
That
Alliance.
worked.
So,
Gronk was gonna head back there anyway.
yeah, we did lose all of our stuff there, so we're probably gonna try sneaking back in to get it. Might we ask for a little bit like a provisions? Because as you can see, aside from the two bigger guys over there, me and the other guy, we just have our underwear. They don't even have that over there on these guys.
I understand.
Like, I feel
I can
pretty
see what I
free,
can
but
scrounge up. I can't promise anything. Again, they did hit us pretty hard.
So,
we,
that's
we
fine.
don't have
well
too
then,
much.
please. You say you don't have a lot of supplies. So you expect us to go into this cave with enemies? Well defended cave with well armored enemies. And you expect us to go in there and just this? And Trebek, sorry. Fenn gestures to his underwear and the rest of his comrades in their underwear.
Absolutely not. Again, I will
I'm naked for sure.
try to find some acceptable provisions that you can have. However, seeing as, and to be fair, you did answer a lot of the questions I asked, and I was going to pay you for your troubles, but would gear and essentials be a better payment than
Probably.
gold?
At this
Unless
moment
you
in
know
time.
Yeah, unless you know another place we can like buy stuff on along the way.
I can't say that I do. I don't know where their camp is specifically located. I just know that it is in the green fields, as you have said.
Keen mind. I know exactly where. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, I will try to provide you with what I can. I cannot guarantee that it is going to replace what you had in full. It's just going to be some very run-of-the-mill leather armor. I might be able to find some chain armor for you. And looks at Trebek. We might, and probably have some spare shields lying around. Again, nothing special about them, just your basic shield. Basic weapons, not too many.
You happen to have a basic great axe?
I can't.
You're gonna use a
say-
great axe other than Matilda?
It's a rental. She won't be too upset.
I can't say that I have a great axe.
How
Sorry,
about
did you
an
say great
okay
axe or great ass?
Great axe. But I mean, considering the raid on the town kind of brought everybody together, and we're all in the keep, and we're all pretty close anyway. Not that we really ever used it. I could probably give you the sword. It's a great sword that we use to, when people are
The sword?
sentenced to die.
It'll
These.
have to do. Gronk will be sure to sentence some of them to die. Put it to good use.
Well, at least it'll be getting some use now. But anyway, is there anything else you'll be needing from me at this moment? Again, y'all definitely look worse for wear. Probably get some rest.
Before we head out, it's okay if I like poke around the town, see if I could find like any material components for some of my spells. Like,
Sure.
yeah,
Okay.
I'll write up a list of like what they are, and you can say like what I would probably find.
So I'm assuming at this point y'all are just gonna rest until the next day, as again you are exhausted.
Mhm. And then they'll provide us with our equipment.
Yeah, they're gonna be scrounging it up while you are resting,
All right,
basically.
How nice of them.
Yeah, just kind of speed things along. All right, so as you wake up, you come to, you're definitely feeling significantly better. Your wounds, they're still there, but at least internally you feel fine. If
So we took a
anything,
long
just
rest.
kind of minor headaches. Yeah, so at this point you have taken a long rest. Yeah, we're just gonna jump cut next day.
jump cut next day. Where's my shit?
Yeah. And
Can we just hit Control Z on our inventory? That'd be tight.
yeah, absolutely not. And Fenn, since you've mentioned it before, you do see a fresh pair of commoner's clothes. Longo, same for you. Trebek, they scrounged up what they could, but they don't have a ton of Dragonborn come through here, so I don't know if anything can fit the tail.
And the only one that does destroyed their town.
And Gronk, kind of like you pointed out, you only came in here wearing a loincloth. And you're
You only
probably
came into this world wearing a loincloth, you're gonna leave it wearing a loincloth.
so
I
they didn't.
figured they tried to offer something to Gronk and he kind of brushed it aside.
Maybe they left you a fresh loincloth.
Beautiful.
There you go.
Get the blood and dirt out of your old one.
Yeah, there you go.
In terms
So-
of equipment, do they give us like starting equipment, like leather armor and a melee, leather armor, a weapon, and like a dagger or something?
Yeah, so as far as starting equipment goes, or I guess equipment goes, you are going to get your choice of. Let me bring it up. 'Cause, yeah, it's basically that you're not going to get any extra gold. You're not getting, like an explorer's pack or a dungeoneer's pack. You're not getting a pack.
Mhm.
But yeah, basically whatever armor, you would potentially get. All of you are getting a dagger.
Some of us
or-
already had daggers from the Leosin.
Well, maybe one of you now has two. But yeah. So, Gronk, you're gonna get a great sword instead of great axe.
Okay.
Fenn, I will say
They
you
gotta have a
can.
longbow lying around somewhere.
Oh, absolutely. And you would get your choice of, they would at least give you the choice of like, we got a crossbow or we got a longbow. I don't know what suits your preferences.
Longbow.
Take your pick.
Yeah.
And then they would offer you either
Studded armor? Studded leather?
no, it would just be regular leather,
Bastards.
unfortunately. But they do also offer you a short sword and shield.
Nah, I'll take the short sword.
Okay. And then for Trebek, let's see. It's a longsword. Yeah, you can use. That has to be strength modifier, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So they would offer you longsword and shield.
Well, I'll definitely take the
Or
shield. Did you by any chance have anything more smashy and less slashy?
I cannot say we do. I can go take a look for you. More of the slashy stuff we find it more useful for our needs. Not so much the smashy stuff.
I completely understand. I would be greatly appreciated if you'd look, but if you cannot, I do understand, and I'm very grateful for what you have given me.
And I can again. I will take a look for you. And you are also. Let's see. What is the armor?
Didn't you say I got chainmail?
I need to look really quick,
Oh,
but
okay.
more than likely,
Oh dear Lord, I hope so. Puts my AC back to what it needs to be at.
armor and shields. There we go. Okay. So they either have a chain shirt or scale mail. Those are their two best armors they have to offer.
And you said
With-
chain shirt.
Yeah, so that is AC 13 plus Dex modifier, maximum of 2.
Okay.
And then scale mail is 14 plus Dex, max 2, but you get disadvantage on stealth checks.
I'll take the scale mail.
Back to disadvantage, baby. Let's go.
We're
Not
about to
a
go on
chain
a,
mail.
we're about to go on a potential stealth mission.
Oh, are we? Right, because
Yeah,
we're gonna go back to
but
get our
one more
stuff.
AC is pretty handy.
Yeah.
But not being noticed, I would argue, is more
Probably-
Yeah,
helpful.
not getting in combat versus getting hit 5% less.
Well,
Yeah,
guys,
but if you do get into combat,
guys, what do you think? I got two options here. Normally, I'd rather be protected, but seeing as we are going back,
Are you going to have a shield? Are you going to be
I-
frontlining?
I will have a shield that I can stow or use. I feel a little bit more protected with a scale mail, naturally, but I could do with the chain shirt. What I just don't know what you guys.
have you
think,
considered rocking the loincloth?
Gronk? I don't know if you saw me before, but I prefer what some would call a birthday suit.
Or a hatch day suit in your case.
What if you made a loincloth out of pamphlets?
Do Dragonborns hatch, or are they?
That's a heck of an idea.
They have to hatch.
Never considered how Dragonborn is born.
Well, let's put it this way. Do dragonborn females have memory glands? And then Fenn does like a titty gesture, like a titty grab gesture.
Well,
Let's
you
not
don't
put it that
necessarily have to have those in order to be a live birth.
All right. Give me an example of a creature that has live birth but does not have memories.
Snakes.
Fish.
Not live birth. Not live birth.
Bird.
This is a mighty interesting conversation you all are having, and maybe I'll let you in on the secret
Elephant.
in the future. But I think I'm gonna go with the chain shirt. I think it makes more sense.
It does look better on you.
Well, thank you. It is mighty slimming, isn't it? So yeah, I'm gonna go with the chain shirt. I have an AC of a whopping 15.
There are 7 snakes that give live birth.
Oh shit. Okay, but in this world though.
Who knows?
Yeah. In game, we'll talk about it later. Out of game, the answer is not as clear as I thought it was going to be.
There's only a couple of examples I can think of.
Yeah. But anyway, decision made.
And for you, little one, I
That's
got
like an
your
arcane focus. Yeah, actually,
list
there's a
for.
different question mark. If they just had an instrument, I could probably just use that instead of what the list I just gave you.
I mean, we definitely have instruments. I don't know if they're gonna be as good as the one you had. Does it have to be magical in any way, shape, or form, or can it just be any instrument?
I'm looking up what the arcane focus is.
Great role play there, Matt.
Well, I've like literally been looking through the book this entire time, but the question about like, can something not have mammary glands? God, no. Yeah. I'm over here reading a book while trying to keep this
Well,
conversation.
They can have mammary glands. They just don't have to be prominent ones after birth. Like kangaroo, I think, have mammary glands. But they're not prominent.
You can use a musical instrument, see Chapter 5 equipment, as a spellcasting focus for your bard spells. It just says musical instrument. So I would assume I can just pick up a thing and just use
Sounds
it
about right.
to cast magic.
You can use a magical or a musical instrument as a spellcasting focus for your bard spells. Yep, there you go. Simple enough.
Yeah, okay, so ignore that list.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Great. Well, to be fair, we did have most of the things on your list, but if an instrument does you just fine, honestly, that's better for us, because that was some weird stuff you put in that thing.
Yeah, usually I don't have to, like, think of that stuff. I just play a song and there's everything I need.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, we don't have anything fancy, but you kind of get your pick.
You got
Are
bagpipes?
Bagpipes? I can't say we do specifically have bagpipes. We really got the 3. You either got your, like, wind instrument, you got your drum, or you got your stringed instrument. Those are really the only 3 we got.
What
So,
genre of music does Longo play?
Porno grind, for sure.
Yeah,
He
no.
is definitely Sperm Swamp. 100%.
Yes, the bard who has not tried to seduce anybody definitely falls into that.
That's what Trebek listens to.
I was playing a lyre before.
You are a liar.
I think we have one of those. So
Do any of your songs have breakdowns?
here comes the breakdown.
Oh, I thought that was a JoJo's reference.
I will murder you.
Why?
You guys ever heard of bat metal?
Is that like
Is that like crapcore?
haha? Oh, that's good. I want to give you inspiration for that, but I'm not going to.
There are no fingerprints deep underwater. Nothing to tie one to a crime.
Mermaid or mermaid.
Okay,
or
so what
mermaid.
kind of like? Yeah, I'll just take a lyre. And what else for my inventory?
Yeah, so we got the lyre for you.
Well, I ain't calling you a truther.
Is there any weapons or armor? What do you typically use?
I'm pretty
to-
handy with a whip.
A whip? I mean, we definitely got whips.
Yeah, that's like pretty basic for me. And just normal. I don't really require too much armor, but just leather armor's fine.
We got some leather armor we can make for you. Or find, I should say. All right. Simple enough. So go ahead and add that leather armor. And yeah, leather armor and a whip.
What's your strength now that you don't have the gloves?
10.
Wow.
I use
So me and Trebek are actually the strongest characters once again.
but well, even then, like I'm a small
Nice.
character, not a medium, so that adjusts
Pound for
most
pound,
things.
baby.
But then other than that, since I use like finesse weapons, I can use my dex modifier instead of my strength to do damage. So a whip is much more.
Right.
Yeah. So like I can do 1d4 plus 4 because I have a plus 4 in dex.
Yeah.
18 in dex, which somehow rolled.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
I've got 18 in strength.
So yeah, like longow's pretty easy in terms of stuff. I don't need anything special. As long as I can play an instrument and attack with the whip.
And
I can use all my spells again.
And aside from, the gear, we did find or were able to produce a potion of healing for each of y'all. I can't spare any more, unfortunately. We had to use most of our reserves on everybody else.
Well, that is mighty kind of
I'm
you.
pretty sure 4 potions of healing are more than we had before we left.
Yeah. We had 2.
Well, now you got full. And about that paper you were asking for, I was able to find you a good stack of 10.
Oh, fantastic.
Hey,
Do you by
guys,
any
yeah,
chance have
sorry I
anything to
didn't
write
say
on
anything
it with?
before, but,
Oh, I mean, obviously, you're going to get something to write
OBS
with.
kind of messing it up.
Well,
chat.
thank you much. Oh,
It's just a regular potion of healing.
Yeah, just a regular potion of healing. Not a lesser, not a greater, just potion of healing. 2d4 plus 2.
Fantastic.
Is there anything else I can be getting y'all?
Rope.
Any word on that?
Rope I can do.
Smashing thing?
Smashing thing. I was able to find an old mace. I don't know if that's specifically what you were asking for, but I did find a mace.
Well, I appreciate it. I think I am gonna leave it behind though. I've always got the blunt end, of this, but I do appreciate it. What I really appreciated was the paper and the writing utensil.
Absolutely. Sorry. Thank you, Matt.
How is there an ink pen, but there's a pencil?
Oh yeah, I just saw the chat and I was like, oh. Hey.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry,
Sorry,
guys,
I'm getting distracted.
One of a friend of ours from college is in our chat right now.
One of our old coworkers.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was never a coworker.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Oh, were you?
No, he was.
Oh, right, you replaced him. Anyway, but yeah. So, anything else y'all be needing? Rope, I got your rope. Mace, all right. I understand. I mean, I have a hammer, but it's not like a big war hammer. It would just be kind of like a mallet. Like a woodworking mallet or something like that. Not even a sledge.
I think we'll be all right, but thank you kindly.
Of course, of course. Uh, you, sir, looks at Gronk. I mean, don't get me wrong. A simple man, I understand, but a loincloth and a great sword, a potion?
This is
there-
correct.
Is there
Boss
anything
Pass is
else I
right.
can get you, sir?
You can get me Matilda and a nice cold beer. Other than that,
We've been
Gronk is
playing
good.
this game off and on for a couple years now.
Cold beer?
Um,
Not so much. Beer, yes.
it's kind of, it's fun.
A Matilda. What exactly is a Matilda?
Forget about it. You could never understand.
Hmm.
All right. I would like to, but I respect
I tried putting together a D&D group in
your.
the middle of the pandemic.
Authority.
Star Wars 5e.
Uh-huh.
But that original group did not last. And Mark invited me to this.
Anyhow, I'll take that beer to go.
I mean, and don't worry, it's on the house, as you would expect.
Good, because I don't got no money wedged up my ass.
We were thinking about trying Pathfinder
That's fair.
with all the OGL stuff that was going on.
No, like my friend always said, best kind of beer is free, second best kind of beer is cold. At least you got the first.
Gronk will take it.
A wise friend you have.
Yeah, we all died
That is
basically.
something my
last
old roommate used to
session or
say
the one
a
before.
lot. That's all I'm gonna say. And Christian might actually know who that is. So, if he is actually listening. Anyway, find me tomorrow.
There's like a 20
Alright.
second delay.
So after you
There's
have
like a
all
20
gotten
second delay.
settled,
Don't forget.
after you've all gotten settled with supplies, Gronk, you got your beer. You know, it's basically a step up from hot goat piss, but at least it's something. You
That's
know
fine.
it's beer, but again, with how weak it is and your constitution, you don't feel really any effects of it.
Can it come in like a sippy cup so I don't have to worry about spilling it on the adventure?
I would say a regular stein in your hand already looks like a sippy cup.
I just mean like something with a lid.
Oh, something
Or
with
like a
lid.
lid.
The lid.
The interesting. A beer with a straw. Can't say I've heard of that one. That's
Don't
new.
know about travel beer.
I actually can't say that I've heard of travel beer, because normally I finish mine before I travel.
Fair enough. Gronk shotguns the beer. We hit it.
And at this point, Theosin finally wakes up, bones in pain as his wounds
Still have the shirt from all the way
seem
back.
to be a little bit more substantial than everyone else's. And even with the
Still wearing
healing
good
powers of Belgium finally restored, he would need a few days to actually heal, recover. But he's at least able to sit up from his cot.
Thanks for hopping in while you were here.
Oh, I
If you're
know.
leaving.
It seems like I'm not grateful for being rescued,
Have a day.
but thank you for keeping me alive. However, our work here is not done. I know that.
I was gonna
But-
say, why were they keeping you alive, but like barely compared to the other prisoners?
Well, you see, I've been trying to dig into their cult for a long time. I've been following them from village to village, attack to attack, and let's just say that my arrival in Greenest wasn't merely coincidence. normally to make our presence public, or at least my faction inside of the Harpers. But like I just said, I'm a member of the Harpers, and I was sent in to collect intel on them, provide that back to the leaders, so that way, just see what they're trying to do, see what we can thwart. But yeah, and their leader, hold on, gotta find the name, if it even says it.
Did one of us join the Harp
Trebek.
back in? Okay.
Okay. So, the one, or at least one of them in charge, their name is Resmir. And he overpowered me, captured me, and I ended up in the camp. I think Resmir was above Frulum on death. Resmir was also wearing those, well, I would say purple robes, but I guess it was more purple armor. This Resmir was...
So he's more like a regional manager.
Actually, let me make sure Resmir is a he. I think I just assumed. I 100% assumed. She surprised me. Yeah, she was wearing those purple robes just like everyone else, and similar to Cyanrath actually, but instead of a blue half dragon, she was a half black dragon. Or at least that's what it seemed like. Again, very similar to Cyanrath compared to, no offense, Mr. Trebek. She was quite larger than your average Dragonborn.
I'm gonna lean over to Fenn and say, "Is that because of her coloration?"
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's funny. We made an off the cuff joke. I think
No.
it was good.
I was reading something else funny.
Oh,
Wow.
damn. Okay. So he was captured by the big black mommy dragon. And
And I'm pretty sure that whoever she is, she's the one in charge of most of this. Or at least, maybe even the camp itself. I think Frulum was either putting on a front, or maybe Resmir was the one that left her in charge of the camp. Well, she went somewhere else. No idea, but I know that she is not to be messed with, nor is really any of those leaders in the camp. But, again, followed them to Greenest, got overrun by Resmir, got taken, and they were trying to get information from me. I made sure not to crack, but, takes its toll. And now I'm here.
That answered
But
every
as soon as
question
I'm-
I had.
As soon
Yeah,
as I'm
surprisingly
done...
thorough.
It's almost like you had a bullet points you wanted to go through.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like I actually was prepared or something.
That's rare.
I know, right? So, at this point, Liusin continues. I know that Night Hill. I know that Night Hill is asking you to head back. And not only for him to report back to the Alliance, but also for me to report back to the Harpers. And honestly, it's the same thing. I truly need to know whether or not they are harboring dragon eggs inside of that cave, because that would be, if true, a big asset for them. However, like you said, if they haven't hatched, as they've all been claiming, I mean, it'll get messy, but it might not seem right.
Time to make an omelet?
Gotta crack a few eggs.
I
And
mean,
a few heads.
as
Something witty on top of that.
as a wise young drow woman once said, you can't make an omelet without eggs. So there is that.
Seems like a
So-
strange thing to say.
Yes. Time to make an omelet, as they say. As the kids are saying these days? Is that what they're saying these days?
So once we break into this hizzy, what should we do with the eggs?
Well, I presume that you are going to kill the baby dragons. Because they cannot turn, or we cannot let them turn into 1,000-year dragon with a time wizard. That would just not be acceptable.
I knew where you were going,
Of course.
but I was about to say, like, I think we have about 1,000 years unless some weird kind of wizard gets involved. And then you just instantly went there.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Uh-huh.
But in all seriousness,
I
honestly,
think we got about
you
1,000 years before then. No?
you could. I would recommend taking out the dragon eggs. That would be a blow to them. However,
I could hard-boil
If-
some eggs.
if everyone is dealt with, potentially, we could use them to our aid. There is one huge downside if you do choose to let those eggs hatch and turn into dragons. I presume that they would be chromatic dragons. As I'm sure
Probably.
you all know by this point, the chromatic dragons are followers of the Dragon Queen, so not only would they already be inclined to follow her just naturally, but chromatic dragons are very temperamental. And even
What
if
if-
you were there to try and pretend to be its mother or trying to raise it, dragons are very smart.
What if Longo played a chromatic scale to hypnotize them?
That might be a
That would've-
little bit above what I can currently do.
You can't do a
Especially-
chromatic scale? It's
Uh,
literally just every note in a row.
not enough.
This is basic music theory, Longo. Come on, keep up with it.
Not enough to charm dragons, I'm afraid, though. I thought you were like referring to like one of the chromatic spells. That's like a super high level spell.
Oh no,
No,
when
no.
he said chromatic scale, I was like,
yeah, I know, but
that-
I'm like, there's like chromatic orb and others, like chromatic wall, and I think there's actually a chromatic
true.
something else.
Honestly, I'll give you inspiration for chromatic scale. I
Don't-
like it.
don't
I
do it.
appreciate it.
Don't do it.
It's low hanging
not for
fruit, but I love it.
inspiration. It's not for inspiration. It's for me.
All right. Well, you've inspired me at least. How about that?
No, don't give the DM inspiration. Give him disadvantage.
I'm just
I've
inspired. on the
inspired you to roll exceptionally poorly.
There you go.
To fudge more dice rolls.
But again, not only do I need to make sure those rumors of the eggs are true, I need to know if the cultists are preparing for another large raid, if there's a large body of them marching away, or if anything of importance is carried out of that cave. Like I said, despite their appearance, the cult can be quite deceiving. So if no one has any insight, on the cult itself, they can't be trusted.
Insight check. No.
I just want to re-emphasize insight.
Fine.
Or at least
18.
the only thing... God damn it.
Come on, you were asking for that.
Everything he is saying is true. There's no reason for him to be lying to you.
Oh,
in
you
this
know, I
moment at all.
even said I was joking about the insight check, but then you said
I
it
know.
again, and I was like, fine.
But again, they can't be trusted, or at least the only thing to trust is that they praise
Can't
the
trust
Dragon Queen. They're willing to attack towns and villages for their treasure. And they're not against killing innocent people. Those bastards. But unfortunately, I won't actually be staying in Greenest. I need to report back myself. Once I'm able to, I will be heading back to Elturel to meet up with Onthar Froom of the Order.
You're just
After
making up
investing-
words at this point.
All words are made up.
After investigating the camp, find me there. If I am summoned elsewhere, or you cannot find me whilst you're there, just find Froom and report to him.
You're right, Gronk. I think he's making up words.
Gronk is bored of this guy. Is Biljam here?
Probably not. Oh, we could go see if that other guy was
Soldiers
down
are
in
covered as
the
well.
in the prison and see if he wants to join us. That like rogue guy that we liked.
Well, no, I like him. I want to bring somebody that we can sacrifice.
I'm expendable.
Well, I don't know if I'm on board for that.
What,
Trust me,
recruiting
you
a
hate
cleric to
Biljam.
help
You just
us?
forgot.
Yeah, let's go find Biljam. See if he wants to go with us. We could
He's in
always
there
use a
with you
healer.
guys.
Yeah, we could use a healer.
That I can't agree with.
Well, I mean, it was, I don't know if I'm cut out for this, guys.
Ah,
I don't know.
dude, you help so much. We would have like died way faster without you.
But I don't, all my stuff is gone, and my potions, everything's gone.
Look, Biljam, we need help. We need all the backup we can get.
And at this point, he actually looks more distraught. Oh, great. I mean, if he's asking for help, what chance do I have?
Well, the help he's asking for is not a violent kind. It's actually quite the opposite. It's just because we need to fill in areas that we aren't as well prepared for as you are.
I mean, I guess I don't have any of my stuff.
Well, you
But
will. Halfway through the journey, we'll get you your stuff.
I can't. If there's any more fighting, I can't do it.
You don't have to hurt anybody. Just if you see one of us hurt, all you have to do is just make sure we don't stay hurt for long. Does that seem reasonable?
I can try my best. Just I don't.
You're mighty fine.
Can I make a
don't wanna get
persuasion check
captured
yet?
again.
Hero.
Sure, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Do I get advantage because we're all trying to?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Either
Fenn's
yeah,
not-
either
Fenn's
yeah,
not
either
trying.
you get
Fenn's the only one
advantage
who's like, nah,
or
he's
someone
fine.
else can roll. It doesn't matter.
I have a +7, but I only rolled a 13. If somebody else wants to roll, or I can roll again.
Roll again.
Roll again.
Roll again.
25.
Ooh.
On my screen, that was definitely a 5, but D&D and Beyond write that as an 18. So
Shh.
No need.
25, Mark.
Digital dice.
he
I mean-
needed a thing of 30 to a DC of 30 to avoid that one.
I guess now that there's 4 of you, that increases my chances of staying alive a little bit longer.
Yeah, man, and I have a new healing spell too, so you don't have to do all the healing.
Okay, yeah, that's good. We don't have potions though.
I think he
Well,
was
we
potions of
do.
healing.
You just don't. But you don't need it.
I forgot to add that.
Okay. Okay. I will do my best. When are we leaving?
Now, let's go.
Oh boy.
Do the anime thing where we grab him and just like run out the door, holding him behind it.
Then a cloud of smoke is all it's trailing.
I don't have a
And
10 to
so,
strength. I can't do that anymore.
before you guys do choose to leave, Night Hill pulls Belgium aside, and they're having a conversation, and Night Hill gets down on his knee, just making sure that he can get eye level with Belgium, and they're just having a nice little conversation.
Do we overhear the words, "You are going to die"?
No.
No, he says you can leave them to die. It's okay.
But you know, it seems like, based on the conversation he's having, he's just trying to reassure Belgium that if he chooses to do this, because he doesn't have to, that
Yes, he does. No.
that he's in good hands. So
Don't be a pussy.
I mean, so far you are, I think you're almost back to net neutral on villagers saved. I think you're pretty close. Saved
Oh, but-
4 and lost a lot.
6. Are we counting the 2 that died at the camp?
Yes.
Did they know
But I
about
guess
those
that
2?
Did who know about the? I mean, you did.
Does
Well, we
Greenus
saved-
though?
Well, then we saved 10 more people, so, you know.
Yeah.
You said 10 more people?
Well, it was a group of 12, I remember. The die roll was a group of 12, and only 2 of them didn't make it, which I was fucking astounded by. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
The group of
Generally, prison
12
breaks have a much lower turnaround than this.
The group of 12 was you 4, Leosin, Belgium, and 6 random people.
Oh, so we only
So we
saved 4
saved
people?
4.
Yeah, so you
Okay,
saved
hey,
4 people.
That math makes a little more sense in my mind. We know that we have to had a couple. Those were red shirts anyway. It's not like they had any characters.
He
on.
rolled a
Exactly.
D12 and he got a 10. You know, that's how many survived.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I didn't even name them, for God's sake.
I just rolled a 9, 10, 11, 12 on 4 consecutive dice rolls on my D12.
Well,
Their
no
names
waste
were
of-
Picard and Number 1. And, oh, wrong red shirts.
All right. So, after getting outfitted, Belgium rejoins you all. All right. I'm ready as I'll ever be, I guess. So,
That's the spirit.
Just, I guess, whenever you're ready. I don't know if you have anything else to do in town.
I don't think we do.
No, I don't think we do. I think we're ready.
Okay, I mean, I did hear at some point someone mention the prisoner downstairs that Gronk really liked.
And
I'm
yeah,
not-
said,
I'm not
Gronk
pushing.
said no because
Okay.
this is probably like a suicide mission, and he wanted somebody to sacrifice so they can get our stuff back.
See, now you have someone you can sacrifice.
Right, exactly. That's why I said I'd rather have Biljam than the.
we want to keep the other guy alive. We don't care if we kill Biljam. So we're
Yeah,
gonna
once
keep the
we
other guy
come
safe.
back with our
You guys
gear,
don't.
Then we'll get him.
¿Por qué no dos?
What do you mean?
Mark really
Like,
wants to play 2 NPCs.
No, it's fine. I really don't.
He really just doesn't want
It
to
would
play
actually be
Biljam.
more annoying.
A rogue on a stealth mission would be terrible. Plus, we'd also have to like say we're gonna pay him.
Also true.
No,
Eh.
payment is
Which are
freedom.
non-existent. Gold.
You know, to be fair, the last guy you told you were gonna pay is still with you, and is just part of the group now. It would be
I mean,
me.
You have a lot of money. You have a
Not
lot of-
anymore.
Well, not anymore, but that's your fault.
Hey man, business ventures, they can be a little risky, especially when your business is adventuring, There's ups and downs.
It's not like your albums were selling. I mean, this is your only real income.
Exactly. You were a failure as a musician. Admit it.
Played well enough for you guys to hire me.
Boom.
That's not saying much.
Also boom. Alright, so just sticking with the 5?
Yeah, as long as nobody else wants to get any boom roasts in, I think.
I think we're good for the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so, unfortunately, again, they can't really spare any carts or horses, so just like last time, you are going to have to hoof it.
Do we get any rations?
I was gonna say I want some gruel.
Oh, okay. I mean, you would have had, your gruel in the morning. Let's go with 3 each. 3 rations each.
Yay! I think that's more than I had before.
Hell yeah, bro. Basically rich at this point.
And yeah, Fenn, also, I don't know if I remember, but yeah, go ahead and add that rope, because I think you were the one that asked about it earlier.
I did ask about the rope, so I'm good.
Yeah. You have that soft rope.
I have 50 feet of hempen rope, because that's the only thing I could find that was cheap.
That soft rope.
Sounds good.
Alright, so... Again, the 3 of you, or I guess the 4 of you, because Biljam did accompany you the first time. You've just made this trek from there to here. After making it from here to there, now you're doing it from here to there again. So you are quite familiar, or at least short-term familiar, with the passage towards this camp. And traveling through the plains, you see some wildlife grazing. You see some antelope, sheep, goats, some cowherds. And eventually, you come across the location where you bypassed the small troop of humans and kobold. With no signs of any of them whatsoever.
Because they're all
Like-
dead, yeah?
They've been gone for more. Like the camp's just cleared out.
Well, this is just that small troop.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that small
Okay.
camp.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
they had a
yeah.
fire and stuff, right?
Yes. Yeah. Also, if there's anything that anyone wants to do while you are heading between Greenest and the camp, obviously feel free to let me know. But otherwise, I'm just going to continue on for the sake of pressing forward.
Like, okay, so don't need to make a perception check or anything around here about these, like this area. It's just kind of cleared out.
I mean, if you would like to make a perception check, I'm not going to stop you.
Nat 20.
So you
24.
can see that this little encampment, like it actually has a designated fire pit. It's decently well secluded. Obviously, you were able to stumble upon it, but again, you have a couple large rocks, or boulders, I guess, if you will, that are providing some good cover. A lot of bushes, a couple trees, to where it's kind of out of the way for most. But again, you finding your way here, slightly off the beaten path. You can
No
see that
enemies,
again.
though.
No enemies present.
Do we see where, like, any footprints or anything on the ground, or which way they went?
You do see footprints. They're all kind of scattered. You can see, especially with that nat 20. Again, a range of humanoid footprints, kobold, claws. I don't know. But yeah, and you get the sense that, based on the fact that there is a designated campfire here, that this might not just be like a one-stop shop, that people actually use this more frequently than that one time.
So it looks like a save point.
Call it a save point per se, but
Do people rest by the campfire here?
No, Matt, I bet they gather around the campfire there.
I would call it
Well,
more
you
like
know,
a
if they have a dark
bonfire.
soul, they might want to, rest here.
No. I mean, they could sing a campfire song.
Campfire song?
A CAMPFIRESONG song. It'd help if you just sing along.
All right, so my Wi-Fi took a dump. So did I miss anything important? We just found a campsite.
No, we
came
found a
across a
save
bonfire.
point.
So, yeah, you came
the
across-
bonfire.
Yeah, you came across a Dark Souls bonfire.
Nice.
This is the campsite that they had passed through before. I don't know. Are you guys gonna share this with him at all, or is it even worth it?
Like, okay, the
Privileged
place that we
information.
like snuck around, we could have fought most of them, but we decided to sneak around on our way to the camp.
I mean, yeah, but Fenn wasn't
Actually,
here for
it's
this,
clear.
so
Oh yeah, so yeah, we'll
He-
tell them about it. It's like there were enemies here. We decided not to fight. They're gone now.
and not only with your nat 20, but Fenn, just being a ranger in general, you can tell that this, little area camp does get used frequently. Again, like I said, it's not just like a one-stop or one-time use thing.
It's a gray site for a lot of travelers, it appears to be.
It seems like they could come back at any time.
We should keep moving then.
Indeed. So then, I say we keep pushing on.
And eventually, you get to the canyon where you were ambushed, and you can still see the collapsed boulders and rock
Let's
at
take
the base
high
of the
road
cliff.
each time. Yeah.
So you guys are choosing to take the high road?
Just to be safe. Unless somebody
Sorry.
else wants to say something else. I think the high
No.
road's
I mean,
probably safer.
I voted for the high road last time, and it was the
Yeah,
right
that's
choice. So I'm
definitely what we
sticking
should
by it.
take.
So, it's definitely going to take some time. But eventually you do reach the top. Are you just climbing up to where you had climbed before, or are you climbing all the way up, even further right? Because the little plateau that they were on, where they ambushed you, even more to the right of that was another cliff that led up to, like, the top.
Probably be smart to go up to the top.
Well, what do you guys think? We'd have a good outlook from the top, but if we were up there, we'd also be pretty easy to see.
The high ground is always most advantageous in order to scout out your enemy. I say we go up.
Yeah, we'd be easy to see, but we're also far enough away from anything that, like, we'd also be just hard to spot. Whoever looks up.
I
Someone who's
do.
looking for dragons.
Yeah, true.
And then Fenn continues to try and reach the highest point overlooking the valley, the canyon, however we want to describe it.
So yeah, again, it's going to take some time, but eventually you do work your way up, and you can see down into the canyon below, and you can see the very, I guess, small blood streaks up here. But you can't tell if the bodies that were thrown down below are still there or not.
Oh, the ones that,
Gronk
tell
lobbed
them
in
about
half.
Gronk, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a good thing we don't see those areas again. Alright, but we don't see anybody else.
And so, heading up the canyon, you do hear a couple of voices, semi-muffled, that just appear to be having a conversation.
Can we tell where these voices are?
I heard 2 people.
I was wondering if we can tell where these voices are coming from, or do we just do like stealth and perception checks to really determine where these muffled voices are coming from?
Yeah, go ahead and make a, I guess everyone, why not? Everyone go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
That's what I was asking. Oh, I got a whole 8. I'm so good at this.
I got a 12, and that was a 5 plus 7,
Dude,
so I don't
Gronk's
know.
in
19.
camo right now.
I'm telling you, man, the loincloth, it works magic.
Apparently.
Longo does not care about stealthing right now. He's just naturally somewhat stealthy.
And what did you get, Joe?
19.
19? Okay. So, overall...
Wait, Trebek, do
That's
you have disadvantage on your stealth checks with your scale?
No, he took the other one.
Oh, okay, that's right. I wasn't sure which one you took in the end.
Chain shirt, bro.
Hey, it'll
So-
change your life.
Chain white tees.
Eventually, you do come up to another kind of similar camp that you previously stumbled across. This one closer to the main camp. And you're able to sneak up kind of near some bushes. And you just hear 2 people talking. It's like, can't believe they had us stay back. Like, what are we gonna do? Nothing's here. They burned everything down. Yeah, I know. It's like, what? And there's only like 6 of us. Like, what are 6 people gonna do? They probably, for all we know, they probably got a whole army coming our way. Honestly, this isn't worth it. I don't get paid enough for this. And
I'd like
keep
to
rambling on about
look
complaining.
I'd like to look towards the group and point like away from them, and then like gesturing, like pointing away, and then picking up my sword and gesturing to my sword.
Only
What?
6
You're
of them?
gesturing that we go back the other way, or
Yeah, I'm hinting like, should we go on to the left quiet? Well, I guess make a performance check for that.
Last time somebody tried to do hand signs for us, it did not go well.
Go for it.
The complete
That-
opposite.
that was-
meaning.
Well, 17.
17.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah. So what are
Yeah.
you trying to communicate?
I'm communicating that if I'm gesturing, should we go around and avoid them, or should we attack?
Gronk is making a stabbing motion.
All right. All right. I look at Longo.
Longo could go either way. There's only Longo. It knows there's about 6. So
I look to Fenn.
I was gonna say, can I get closer to see, or do I have to would I have to break stealth to see them?
you would have to break stuff for sure.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm not gonna.
So remind me again, where are these guys in relation to us?
Just inside of a small, like, little, SD camp. You'd have to traverse through some bushes or brush in order to approach them.
Gotcha. But they are on the
You are-
same plane as us?
Correct. Yeah, they're on the
Okay.
same plane. They're not above or below.
Okay.
What, you mean they're not on the astral plane?
Correct.
I was-
They're on
I
the
was
prime
waiting
material.
for that.
Yeah. No, they're not in the Feywild either.
All right,
Definitely not on the Feywild.
I'm
Just
gonna start
Feywild.
moving up slowly into those bushes, getting ready to attack.
Okay. I guess.
And waiting to see if everyone else follows.
Fenn is going to take up
So-
a flanking position, so he's going to sweep wide.
Alright,
and
and then
move to the
Trebek,
same
since you are
bushes.
moving into, you said you are moving into the bushes, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna make to start moving that way, and as soon as I see the group is, then yes, I will.
Okay.
Which, if Finn is moving, I'm sure Gronk will follow. So yeah, I guess I will move into the bushes.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check for me again,
Okay.
just to see.
Yeah.
How
Third-
quiet those bushes are.
13.
Everyone
I'm
or
quieter
just-
in the bushes than I am out of the bushes.
And as you move into the bush, you can hear both of them, or I guess the lack of hearing. They stop talking. What? Who goes there?
I'll stop moving
The-
as soon as I hear that.
We have weapons.
Mark, can I see them yet?
You can, like, kind of make out glimpses of them through the bush.
Okay, so what's
again-
their body size?
So
And
you
do I
can see-
recognize?
You don't recognize them. You see 2 of them. One of them is holding up, like, a very crappy short sword. The other one does have a longbow. Not any sort of special armor. Both wearing leather armor.
What type of
Um,
creatures are they?
They're humanoid.
I don't recognize the type of creature though.
Uh,
Probably.
Like if it was like a kobold.
let's go.
I mean, the answer is no.
Human and a half elf. Why not? Easy enough.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. Okay. So I sit still.
And you can see, like, again, as you're peering through this bush, like, with your, what is your passive insight?
15.
Okay, with your passive insight, their body language doesn't appear to be, like, threateningly hostile. It just appears to be instinctively hostile, like they're trying to defend themselves from something.
Gotcha.
But they also appear to be scared. Like, they don't look like a threat in any way, shape, or form.
Okay. I will step out of the bushes. I will sheath my sword and step out of the bushes and reveal myself.
Oh,
Say, oh, we are
hold,
both
hold.
weary travelers. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not mean to frighten you. We just need to take a rest. As you can see, we are not doing well. And by we, I mean I have a few companions behind me. One is quite large. I do warn you. The other two are small. One's a little wider than he is small.
And he is still holding up his short sword, but his arm is trembling.
Just to calm, you might want to put that weapon away. I don't want you to hurt yourself now.
And he just goes,
Uh,
"But you're not Dragon Man. You're not him,
uh,
but you look like him."
yes, we are actually on our way to meet Cyan Wrath.
Is that his
Uh,
name?
Oh, he did not tell you. I do apologize. I did not know if he was trying to keep that secret or not. Oh, he is one for secrets. But may we sit for just a minute with you?
I guess.
All right, boys, come on in. This here's Gronk, Longo, and this one's a bit new
hi.
to us, but that's Belgium.
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 Like Belgium, but the first E is an I.
Yeah, Belgium. But maybe we sit for a moment. Maybe have a nice maybe a chat. Love meeting new people.
Guess.
I was gonna cast
And
fire.
he sheathes his short sword. The other one stows their longbow.
What about the other
Hey.
4?
There's only 2.
Oh, I thought there were 6 for
I
some
thought you
reason.
said there were 6.
Yeah.
He said that there are 6 of them total. That
Oh,
did not mean that they are all in this place at this very moment.
gotcha. Okay, I did. We didn't. Yeah, okay. I didn't understand. I
Okay.
thought all 6. I thought. Yeah. Okay. We just.
That's what happens when you guys assume.
My
Well, but we
music.
get
Okay.
can't
in trouble.
see because there's no boards. We can't see.
So my music was like, as we were planning all that, it was "Heroes Never Die," and now it's playing the song "Oh Whoopsie." It just changed perfect timing to
That's
this.
so funny.
Awesome. Yeah. If we'll sit. I did not mean to eavesdrop as we're coming up. That we heard there were 6. You said there were 6 of you. Where are the other 4? We'd love to meet them.
Well, we usually split up into pairs.
Oh,
So
all right. Interesting. Well,
That makes some sense.
taken the north side, and then the other's taken this west, and the other one's taken the east.
are they
Can't
Roman
really-
or are they just
These
sitting at
guys know
their
nothing
games?
about operational security. Jesus.
No, they don't.
They don't get paid enough to care.
Apparently.
Nah.
True.
You're getting paid?
But yeah. So just there's 6 of us, and we split up into pairs, and we kind of roam. I guess that's what
Oh.
we're told to do.
That
All right.
makes
Well,
sense.
what are you looking
There's-
for?
There's 4 of us.
Or just
For the
looking
rest.
out?
Well, I honestly don't even know at this point. We were trying to keep people out, but they don't pay us enough for this crap.
Yeah, I do understand that. Well, when we get there, maybe I'll have a word with them and see if we can change that.
And the other one chimes in, word with them, and the other one seems a little less scared. Yeah, well, good luck. I mean, most of them are gone at this point.
Oh,
Huh?
They left. I was not
Yeah,
told that.
that's what we're like moving on. We're gonna go catch up with them. We were just down that way. We're just keep moving forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he did not tell us where they were going. We were under the impression they were still going to be there. Where did they go?
Again, I don't get paid enough to know.
I guess that's true. Do you know how long they'll be gone for? I guess we could wait for them.
Oh, they'll be gone for good. I can assure you, after they discovered the someone's escape, I don't know who, some sort of monk. I don't know. I guess there was a dead body left in its place as like a diversion or something. Within a few hours of that, they were all gone. Crates
Oh,
were
my.
carried, loaded onto wagons, animals were hauled to the west.
Insight
to the
check.
west.
Go ahead and roll that insight check.
What did it rolled behind the thing and it's not showing up? Where are you?
20.
It says
20,
unnatural 20.
unnatural.
Unnatural 20. He definitely appears to be telling the truth. Yeah, they after again,
Westward.
I didn't get a name, but they packed up everything, hauled out west. I can tell you that a few of them did stay behind. The Dragon Man, so much as yourself. The Wearer of Purple. Some of the better warriors, and those dragon dog things.
Okay, so well, the Dragonborn stayed behind. That's who we were looking for. So I guess that's a good thing.
I mean, I guess I don't know if you're looking for a fight.
No, believe me, they would not attack us if they saw us.
Right.
We let's put it this way, Cyanrath and I, you can tell from my complexion, we go way back.
I am certain that you do. I mean, again, I didn't know the man's name until today.
Yeah, it's understandable. He's that way. Well,
Longo's
Is
just
that-
sitting there like, he doesn't. He actually does not know what to say. This entire thing. He's like, okay, dude,
is this is it all right if we stay here for just a bit? When will your friends be back over here? I don't want to scare them or nothing if we're still here when they get back.
Well, usually we don't regroup until evening. And then in the morning we all hunt together, eat together, and then after that we split up. And then every day we alternate rounds of which part of camp we're gonna watch after.
Is that insight check still going, or is it redundant, or should I kind of make an insight check?
You don't need to make one. It's still
Okay,
gonna be ongoing. Yeah.
All right. Well,
if everybody left, who's paying you to guard the camp?
well,
Like I said, that the Wearer of Purple is still here.
Oh, right. There's still a couple of them.
the
That's right.
the Dragon Man, the Better Warriors, and those Dragon Dog things.
Oh yeah, by the kobolds. Yeah.
well, we're gonna head on through now. If you wouldn't mind, if we could keep this a surprise, I think he's gonna have a look of joy if he sees me, because we're even a bit early. So he's not expecting us yet. So if you wouldn't mind keeping this to yourselves for now, that'd be mighty kind of you. I think your boss would be pleased. I'll put in a good word for you, get you that pay raise. What was your name?
I mean, I could keep my mouth quiet, and again, I'm probably in my best interest. But like I said, pay's not very good. I could definitely use a little something or two. Definitely keep my mouth shut.
Well,
You know,
Guarantee.
if Cyanrath finds out that you're the one that ruined his birthday surprise, he's gonna be pretty pissed. He might come for you next.
Make a
Is-
persuasion check?
That's
Is it
an
persuasion
intimidation
or
check. That's
deception,
not
or
persuasion,
it-
that's
Or
intimidation.
deception. Thank you. Yeah,
Not
make it
intimidation.
his birthday surprise.
yeah, but the way he
Also
said it,
threatening them.
he was basically threatening them. If you could threaten them into believing it.
Make a deception check.
Man,
Come on.
Oh, good lord.
Yes.
He rolled a 6.
Lovely.
No, you rolled a 5 + 1. Hey, just curious, what is your intimidation modifier?
+4.
Oh, so it'd have
So
been
it
a
still
6
wouldn't
or
have
a
been
9.
good.
Nice. Sorry, I think I can save it still. Mark, I just need a reaction from you.
Of what?
Because the deception check, I assume failed, but
It's-
I'll wait. Till he responds to the threat.
So yeah, Grunk, can you repeat what you said? Something about a birthday, and if you ruin his surprise, something.
This is Cyanrath's long lost brother coming to see him for his birthday, as a surprise. And if you ruin that surprise, then Cyan Rat's gonna be real angry with you.
I mean, I don't really think he's gonna be angry with us. He already had to pack up most of his camp, and they already shipped it off. Like, I don't think he can be any more angry.
Gronk, you haven't mistaken again. It's not his birthday. I told you that. And I'd maybe take back those words. I don't know if you'd understand what he
I
looks
thought you
like.
said he was a
angry.
Pisces.
Gronk, I said he likes pie by the sea.
Oh, classic Gronk misunderstanding. Nice.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. He's big, he's strong, but yeah, that's about it. We are gonna need you to keep this a secret. And my face is gonna start to turn downward. We will not be paying you. We can work out that pay raise, but if you push your luck here, you'll be happy to make it out with something better than gold, if you know what I mean. And I will just like slowly draw my longsword, just like I'll draw it like a half an inch to an inch.
All right, hey man, we're cool.
Are
No,
we cool?
We're cool. I just,
Aw.
we just feel like we get taken advantage of all the time, and we just need a little bit to feed our families. Been
Resheath
out
my
here for a
sword.
long time.
I
You
do
guys never
understand.
considered unionizing?
Gronk, that is an excellent point.
What is a union?
Well, it's where you all come together and you discuss what's fair, what's not fair, because he might be strong against one or two or three of you, but you get 50 or 100 of you together. Well, strength in numbers. But
Oh, so it's like when you said that you weren't gonna pay us. That's what's fair for you. And
no,
it's not
see
fair if you did have to
No,
pay.
no, no.
I see how
What-
You need to read the theory. It's
Yeah.
called collective bargaining, honey. Look it up.
Yeah, he's right, but no, I would be your union representative here. So you guys have banded together, and then I would speak on your behalf. All of your points. But if you're going to try and take advantage of me, in
I
the
mean,
way
I'm
that you
not
are,
trying to take advantage. I'm just trying to. How could you say? Get some financial gain with leverage of information that I don't have to say, but that I could say, which might make the situation in somebody else's favor.
I understand what you're saying. My question to you is, would you rather have 1 silver piece now or 10 gold pieces tomorrow?
Well, if you can promise me 10 gold pieces tomorrow,
Oh,
how
well,
are you getting 10 gold pieces?
like I told you, I'd be negotiating your pay raise, as I've said multiple times, and you have tried to take advantage of me, and I'm at wit's end with you, so this is the last time that offer is up. If that is not
Alright.
accepted,
I
How
accept.
much is a potion of healing?
Meet us back here tomorrow, midday.
cannot be midday. It's got to be evening.
All right. Just be aware. All 6 of us are going to be here, though.
Apparently, a potion of healing is worth 50 gold pieces.
I was
It
gonna
is.
offer. I'm just gonna give
What
him a
about-
potion of healing.
All right. Well, we
10
will be
Is
on
it
our.
10 gold just for me or 10 gold each person? There's 6 of us, and we all got to make a living.
Well, it would be pay, so it would be 10 gold for each of you.
All right. And he offers his hand.
I will squeeze it, and I'll just. Can I make a strength check when I squeeze it? I want it to be just too aggressive. You know what I mean?
Go for it. Ugh.
I rolled a 13, which is probably right about where I wanted it to be.
I mean, he rolled an 8, so it's firm. A
Firmly
little bit.
grasp it.
He's not like, oh my god, you're crushing my hand. There's just like a small little wince.
He
He's like, "All right,
understands that you are stronger.
I get it. Exactly. He's like, I understand what you're putting down. He might have crossed a line, but he's glad he accepted the offer.
All right.
He's gonna hold you to it.
Well, boys, let's get on our way. And I'm gonna start heading the opposite way out of the camp, which I assume is the direction that Fenn is in.
Okay.
Once we get through the brush,
Yeah. What are all these
just let-
perception checks? What is happening?
just read what Joe said. But I just need to know when I see Fenn.
Read what Joe said. Where?
If anyone passes a D20 perception check, they can hear Finn groaning. He said in the Discord.
Gotcha.
So
I didn't want to interrupt the roller coaster of role playing that was happening.
When I pass through the bushes, do I see Fenn? Is he nearby?
He's groaning.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna usher him towards me with a hand and whisper in his ear, I do not like to condone violence, but if you could silence them, hopefully in ways that I would approve of, I would appreciate it.
now,
And then Fenn
after
shrugs. And
all
says,
that,
So that means
Yeah. Yeah.
overkill.
Yeah.
divine
Trebek would've
smite
liked
them
it.
when they're at 1 HP.
Either overkill or have them tag along with you, and then at some point say strength and numbers stick together, and then just let them die.
And then Longo casts Fireball without asking how big the room is. While Finn uses new sharpshooter and then Gronk uses great weapon.
Hey man, he
master.
got rope. Maybe he goes and wrestles him.
No.
I don't know,
no.
man.
Fenn's gonna kill him.
Oh, I
So
don't-
you say that. So Trebek says that to Fenn, and Fenn shrugs and says, "You say that, but you know you're not going to approve of what it is I'm going to do."
Well, maybe we don't do it then. All right, I take it back. We've got till tomorrow evening before they tattle on us.
Well,
So let's be
let us
quick.
hope that leaving them alive doesn't get us killed. I don't want to get captured again.
Well, I feel like if we're already in and out we have like over 24 hours to get in and out.
Yeah, well, because the thought was if we kill them, then the alarm will be sounded by evening tonight. But if we wait, they won't sound the alarm till evening tomorrow night. Gives us a bit more time.
Then you asked Finn to go and kill them now.
Yeah, it was dumb of me, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we talked and decided against it.
Trebek is a little back and forth about who he wants to live and who he wants to die. He's a
I
little.
didn't say I
cavalier.
wanted him to die. I was
Hey, yeah, Alec, what would your character actually do? Okay.
tell Finn to please quiet them without killing them, which is what
And
I
Finn-
did.
And then Fenn told him, "I can't do that."
I don't know about that one.
That's exactly.
No, you
I
did.
said, if you could take care of them, please, in ways that I would approve of.
And the
Yeah,
ways you've
and
your actions speak louder than your words, and before you know, you've like
You've
Overkill
probably let
Twig
the
Boy.
most things die.
Yeah, but it was an
you have
accident.
killed way more things than Longo by far.
Yeah,
That's
you've
not
true.
unintentionally killed
But
more
I
things.
set on fire less dead bodies.
Yeah, Trebek.
They were already dead,
manslaughter.
and it was an accident.
Hey, it just shows you how strong I am. Imagine if I was trying to kill everything.
The Divine
Anywho,
smited a level like a quarter.
Okay, so are we
One
gonna
eight.
go and hunt
If-
down the rest
yeah.
of these other 4 people and leave these 2 shibronis just to live and we kill everyone else?
No,
Please say yes.
No, because that still runs on the same problem.
yeah,
I still don't think we
could.
could kill everything inside the camp. We
No. Well, we can't. Cyan Wrath and the purple or the black lady.
We
The
didn't kill
dark
one of them.
scaled lady.
she's wearing
They're
purple.
gone though. Didn't they say that they left?
No, if
No,
you were
those ones are
listening,
still there.
and some like
Oh.
really good fighters. So we
Yeah,
gotta
if you
be
weren't groaning the whole time, you would know.
yeah.
Sorry,
Groaning
Fenn
stone.
was half angry.
I was
So
trying
we-
to figure out everything that's going on too. Don't worry.
We set it up to where they'll meet up with the other guys, talk to them, and they'll give us till tomorrow evening.
All right. So
Guys, I
what's
had a
our-
plan and it finally panned out.
All right. So
Maybe.
then, what is our plan?
Maybe. I don't know.
Should have taken their clothes.
Keep moving away from the camp.
Yeah.
Your clothes, money in your motorcycle.
Get to the job.
No, go now. Okay, but seriously though, what the fuck are we doing?
walking
Continuing forward stealthily, trying not to run into the other 4, and trying to progress towards Cyan Wrath.
Yeah.
And as you approach the camp, you can see some thin towers of smoke that eventually billow in the wind. You can see the sporadic chaos of tracks ranging from humanoid to animal to cart and carriage. You can see both guard towers.
Are they empty?
Our sharpshooter
You
over
can
there.
see both
Is it-
guard towers.
We are
Just
coming from
because
the front of the camp, right? Not like
So
how.
you are on, like, from the same direction you came before. This is going to be, you are coming towards the northern side of camp. You can enter, like, full-blown entrance to the camp if you head to your...
Our right, as we're coming in from the
Or
north,
your
right?
right, yeah, if you're coming in from the north. So yeah,
Sure,
if you
yeah,
actually
it's
head
not that-
west.
Not that
So
far
you can
from
either go to the actual entrance, you can come in from the north, because again, that first guard tower is...
So we're about a
relatively
football
far.
field and a half away from the guard towers.
I mean, sure.
All right, Finn, can you see if there's anybody in the guard towers?
Fenn turns to him and says, "We can say the same. Oh, we can see the same distance away. You know."
I thought you had keener eyesight than I did.
Apparently not. I mean, my perception is higher than technically, but I think technically, rules is written. We see the same distance.
Okay. Well then, can I? Is that like a perception check? Because I feel like at 450 feet away, I'd be able to see if there was a person. Like, I mean, I guess I don't know what the guard tower looks like or how protected it is.
At 450 feet, you should be able to see somebody. Because that's not even a...
It's a football field and a half.
Yeah, so you're telling me you can't see someone at the other end of a football field?
No.
And
football
half.
field and a half. And Mark is saying that I'm not. That's why I'm asking if I need
Go
to make
play-
a check.
Go play Ghost Recon. Pull out your pistol.
say,
Look down the
boom.
sights. And when something's 150 meters away, tell me if you can still see him just fine.
You can.
Yeah.
Travis, my little brother, started playing that game.
I saw.
Oh yeah.
He won't
Mark did
message me
see it.
back on PSN. It's very unfortunate.
Because he's stupid. Is there a check I can make, Mark?
Go
to
ahead and make
answer
that
my
perception
question?
check.
Thank you.
And I also make this perception check.
Either one of you make it at advantage, or
Joe, what you make it an advantage?
Okay.
So I asked you to do it. So
11 and 18.
okay. So the guard tower closest to you, the one that is about a football field and a half away.
which one's that? They look about equidistant
The
from
one-
the north.
Do they?
If we're in the bushes up there, they're pretty much.
Pretty
Oh,
much
okay.
it.
I just don't have that map pulled up.
Oh,
What?
What just happened?
not.
Good revelation.
I
It
was
is
saying
a-
it was in response to Mark not having the map open.
Well, he probably has the DM map
Oh.
open or something like that.
Yeah.
Looking into both guard towers from your position, just even peering out to be able to see a little bit better through the tall brush, you do not appear to see anybody.
Well, we should probably get a little bit closer and scout out the camp itself. See who is actually left there. Probably only one of us should.
Biljam!
What?
I'd suggest maybe Longo or Finn. Finn, because obviously hiding in the brush seems to be your thing, and Longo, because you are just absolutely tiny.
Yeah, I can
Yes. Yes. Longo, you should go. I can cover you from here. Fenn has his
Well-
longbow out.
Not really sure how you're going to cover him over a cliff's at, but
You'd be surprised what I can do. Remember, I come from the mountains.
I don't need to know where that happens from.
Mhm.
Fenn cocks his head, squints his eyes.
Yeah, okay,
Roll.
so
All right.
I'll go to the
Yeah.
through the front. I'll be a traveling musician, and I'll like
Longo, don't they know what you look like?
What? No, just go to the cliffside and look down.
oh okay, yeah, that works too. I was ready to go down there though. It'd been fun.
No, we know, but we're not going down in there unless we have some
Fine, I'll take a look.
Good boy.
I'm rolling terrible on stealth. I got an 11 on that one. I rolled a 4
Ugh.
plus 7.
Oh, fuck.
So, as you peer over the edge of the cliff down into the camp, you can see that most of the tents have either been burned down or taken. Most of the tall brush in the camp is gone, as again, it's all been burned down, so a lot of ash, nothing, again, up here that appears to be really intact. There's maybe a smattering of tents, or a handful, that are still mostly propped up, that you can see. But for the most part, everything else is, again, either dismantled, burned,
So, like,
presumably taken.
can I see the big tent that was there in the back that, like, we were...
Big tent, 100% gone.
Okay. So, like, but nothing, like, really looks like too big, too important, but just, like, most of it's just kind of gone. Yeah, okay. We could probably, like, determine where the sleeping quarter... Do I see anybody moving around? Like, any of the, more elite fighters, I guess they called them.
And again, as you're looking over into the camp, everything's burned, everything's gone, and you don't really see any movement of any kind other than the billowing smoke coming from the ashes.
All right, with a booming voice. No.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good. As I hold up a thumbs up, like, don't really see anybody.
I don't know if they can see your thumbs up. It's still pretty low.
All right, I stand up, and I
Like I said, still pretty low. You're 3 feet tall.
I jump up and start giving him like the thumbs up, like.
Longo is desperately trying to give his position away.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, entire. I
He's trying
rolled
to
an
divert
11. I rolled an 11. Like, I'm not stealthy right now. I do not care about stealth. I'm just hard to see.
Great.
I have to
Yeah,
role
you're
play a
just
bad
small.
roll.
Yeah, I think you're doing great.
And if I got a
Yeah.
20, I would just appear back behind you guys after my checks. So
Should we roll perception checks to see if we see him?
I mean, that's up to you guys. I'm not going to force you to roll a perception check.
I rolled a
to see Longo.
22 in performance.
There you go.
Do you guys see it?
Gronk is blind as a bat.
Ben got 21, so he spots it.
18.
Gronk does not care about Longo right now.
What are you guys looking at?
Longo seems to think that it's all clear down there.
Okay. Should we move up?
I think
No,
we
let's
should
head back
move
to
down.
Ghost.
Badoomsh.
Fenn will move down there to link up with Longo.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, again, just see an empty camp.
Okay. Then
So-
if there's no one there, then Fenn is gonna make his way to the cave.
Okay. How are you making your way to the cave?
Stealthily, carefully.
Wait, are we going through the front, or are we gonna go around to the
Yeah.
back and try feather falling again? I think is what he means.
Oh.
Yeah, like how are you entering the camp? What is the marching order?
Let's go
You know,
through the
general
front,
stuff.
just because I don't want
Um,
to use another spell slot probably right now. And we can look through around for the rest of our stuff. They might have kept it around here.
If I could ask real quick, where specifically were we being held in this map?
Where were you being held?
Wasn't it like
Yeah.
the southern
In the
set of
tent,
like 5 tents?
the big one in like the bottom right-ish area.
The like giant tent that's alone?
No, that's not where you're being. That's the main tent for important things.
Okay.
You were
Oh, I thought
initially
that's-
being. No, you were being held after you were captured. You were being held in a bigger tent in, like, basically the dead south part of the map.
There's like 5
Um,
of them
there's-
together, right, Mark?
Yeah,
And we
5
were held
grouped
in the
Okay,
corner.
together.
so the ones on the left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like right where it says 100 and 200.
Yeah,
Just
got
above
it.
that, yeah.
Hey, is that where we expect our stuff to be?
Does that look like it's
You didn't
burned
see
down?
it there before.
The tent may or may not be there, but we could look around through some of the other tents that are up or something like that. That are left.
Okay, so how are you going into the camp? You're just going through the front gate?
Well, it'd probably be the safest if we went around the back, made the long trek. Even if we ran into the patrol, we have a story. And we could feather fall in from the back near where we were being held. But I'll be honest, a lot of this was a blur to me, and so I might not have the best ideas.
We could go through the back again. Well,
Yeah, we could.
That's what she
Again.
said.
indeed. But again, I did not do that. But if you went that way before, wouldn't they know that's how you got in last time? Surely they must have taken precautions.
Well, if I
They didn't
remember
see a
correctly,
feather fall down. They didn't find it until.
yeah, and we feather fell from the east last time, not the south.
Just remember, all the brush and bush that you were able to kind of sneak through the camp in is all gone because it's all been burned away. So there really aren't, like, nearly as many hiding spots as there were before because of, again, now it's all just like a plateau. Most of the tents are burned down, so again, not a whole lot of, like, tall things to hide behind.
Are we even certain that they kept our things at the camp, or they may have sent them with the rest of the people, with the army?
Well, if we don't go in through the front, then we can't really see if we can track them at all. So it's like we have to determine, do we want to track the army, or do we want to go in deeper into the cave? Or like into like look through the camp?
Well, the army would
either
be
way, we-
safer to track, I think, but I do not know which would be more fruitful.
The camp looks mostly abandoned. If anything, we should at least like look through see if we could explore the cave and see if anything was left behind.
Well, what we were told is that Cyanrath is still down here.
Do you see him?
I see a lot of. Well,
Do
are
you
there
see
still
Jack
any?
Walker?
Are there any tents down there? Could be in the cave.
There's some burned down tents. There's a handful of tents.
Okay.
Maybe like one, if
Is-
that, in each cluster that is still standing.
Is
But
the
either-
massive tent still up?
No, the massive tent to like the eastern part of the map, that is packed up and gone.
It could be in the cave.
Yeah. Or they
I-
may not actually know.
I do not know. I do not know if our things are worth saving.
Matilda is worth saving.
I was gonna say, if Grok doesn't speak up right now.
Well,
And I want my fire whip. Don't you want your armor back?
I leave it to you then to make these plans, because I'm not I do not know.
Oh, are you gonna black out again?
It's a possibility.
I vote we go and explore and check out the cave.
I think it would be a good idea. Otherwise, if we don't know if they've moved the eggs, well, they've probably moved the eggs. But we need to know for certain. Besides, we came here to get information. If we leave empty-handed, then, well,
We must
we're
be
not going to
smarter
get
than
that
we
shiny
think.
new gear.
Well, we have gotten some information.
Not a whole lot. Not the information we were looking for. Well, not all of the information we were looking for.
True.
So, it sounds like we still have a job to do. Let's go around the back entrance, and we'll climb down if we don't want to use any of our magical abilities.
Oh yeah,
I
climb
think
Sounds like we-
it was established we couldn't climb last time. It was too steep, unless I'm remembering.
We climbed up.
Yeah, you could climb.
Oh,
No,
we did?
We only fell because it was faster and less chance of like us falling and hurting or like
Mhm.
taking. There's like
Oh,
we could fall, we could make more noise, we could be caught. There's a lot of stuff for climbing, but we could. That's why we just jumped and I cast that.
oh, for some reason I thought it was like too slick for us to climb. Okay, well then let's just do that.
All right. So where are
This
you
arrow-
climbing down? Just to double check.
I think
off the side of the cave.
yeah,
right?
like the kind of like northern side of the cave. By I don't know if you have the stream pulled up, Mark.
I
But
mean, I'm
like
looking at the map.
okay, to the right, like northeast of the big big tents, like burned down area.
Northeast, Big Ten. Okay, so like,
Like a cluster
The-
of little rocks there.
so yeah, so like, I guess just like southeast of the guard tower, like on that
Yeah.
plateau, and then you're gonna climb down the second. Okay, cool.
That way, in case we fall, it doesn't hurt nearly as bad.
Sure.
Nearly.
And again, given the amount of time, you guys can easily climb down quietly. Belgium, not so much. Prefers to be carried during this portion, but
Oh.
no one obliges.
Bronco
fuck.
will grab Bilgem by like the scruff and set him up on his shoulder.
Lovely.
Actually, is it possible? Is there a tree nearby? How far is this thing down? Because Ben was thinking about just tying the rope to a tree and then just using the rope to basically rappel down.
No trees in the vicinity.
Well, false.
Any
Okay.
strong bushes?
No,
What about the base of the guard tower? Is it
Like,
like
you could do the base of the guard tower.
wooden
That would be
planks
fine.
or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would
Oh,
be fine.
then let's do that. Let's do the base of the guard tower.
And I mean, again, regardless, you do make it down safely. This time, Belgium not necessarily needing to be on Gronk's shoulder. A little bit more at ease, knowing he can at least traverse a rope or rappel. And as you get down, again, rope is still tied up to the base of the tower, just in
Mhm.
case you need to climb out.
Fuck yeah.
And you are now in the camp.
Perception check.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
23.
Okay,
Do I
Ace-
notice anybody around here?
so, as far as the guard tower goes, wait, I can't even tell. I don't even think you needed to use the rope to climb down.
Oh, well, this is
Because,
awkward.
like, if you look just like
Oh,
north
it's a
of the guard
hill.
It
tower,
looks like there's like you can
there's like a
walk down.
hill.
Yeah.
Ramp.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's so hard to see based on like the angle of the thing. So we'll just say you did that. You saved your rope, so you still
So-
got it.
I was gonna say
Okay,
for
cool.
me, it kind of looks like that's like an alcove area of it, but because of like it's
Right.
it's not directly vertical, they didn't know how to do that. So
I'll
'cause look
just
at-
say because they need to get up to the guard tower somehow, and they're not gonna climb up this fucking cliff
well
to get
look
to
at
another tower.
I was gonna say look at the overview part down there. There is like that is like a perfectly vertical one, and it has like a little cutout area, and that's on a different level.
Yeah, that just seems
it.
super silly.
Up
Yeah,
to you.
so we'll just say that there is like a very steep grassy hill that you guys can slide down, walk down, whatever. You still have your rope. But with a 23, so now that you are on that backside, kind of where that cluster of tents is, based on your angle and positioning, you can kind of see just the back edge of the cave entrance from your position. Or just the back edge of the mouth. You can't even see really into the cave at all. And you don't see, again, anything in the camp.
Do I see
At
anything
least
towards like
just
the
off
cave?
of base perception check. Nope. Because now that tent's gone, that's all just wide open.
Did you call it wide open spaces?
Yeah.
He did. He would. All right. So then, if there's no one outside, then let's start making our way inside.
Okay. So what is the marching order, and how are you proceeding to the cave itself?
I think I'm gonna be in the back for this one.
Gronk should be up front.
You
Hold on,
should
what's
be
Gronk?
up front because you're healthier than I am.
Am I stealthier than you are? My stealth is only
Yes.
7.
Yeah, mine's +4.
Oh, well, shit. Never mind then. Okay, yeah. Fenn will be up front. Sorry, I thought we had the same stealth.
No, that's
Uh,
Longo. That's the same as you.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Should go Fenn, Gronk, me, Biljum, Trebek if he wants to bring up the rear.
Sounds good. The archer's going first.
You're a scout.
I mean, yes. That's the
Correct.
dichotomy of it, isn't it?
Hey, all I'm hearing is bitch, 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 bitch.
That's not wrong.
You might want to get your headphones fixed.
Okay, so I got the marching order. So Fenn, Gronk, Longo, Biljum, Trebek.
Or if you want to put Fenn, Gronk, and go like 2 by 2
No.
or whatever.
Yeah. No. Just keep it in a
Really,
straight line. We're
Mormons?
less likely to be noticed that way.
All right,
Okay,
so-
Slow and slow.
I was gonna say, could I make like as we're getting it closer to it, because I remember it happened last time. Can I make it like an investigation check around the to like look for those guards? So I remember we ran into some guards that were like right near the entrance. We heard them.
Okay. Sure.
25.
25. You hear nothing.
Okay, guys, I don't hear the guards that.
Longo's deaf.
I don't hear a thing.
There's nothing coming from inside. So, Finn, peek your head around. Do you see anything?
Fenn puts his head around. Do I see
Okay.
anything?
Say you have dark vision, right?
Yeah, I do. I've got great dark vision, actually. I have 60 feet of dark vision.
Wow.
Actually, might be longer. Might be 90.
All right. So, yeah, I think because of Gloomstalk, you got a little bit extra.
Yeah, I've got 90 feet of dark vision.
So, Joe,
Yes, that's me.
that is you indeed.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Late. Okay. So I just want to make sure that I got down. So you are, I'm assuming, hiding behind like the mouth of the cliff or cave entrance, and then just kind of peering in,
Correct.
and presumably low. To not be
Correct.
stealthy. Okay.
As stealthy as possible.
I mean, if you're telling me as stealthy as possible, go ahead and make that stealth check.
Fuck yeah.
And it's not completely dark outside. I would say it's dim light at this point, because you guys have traversed for quite a while.
Is the sun dilapidated underneath the horizon?
I would say so. That is a good way to put it. I'll give you inspiration for that one. That is stupid. That is absolutely stupid.
As soon as I heard that, I was like on it.
I got a 15 for my stealth check.
15? Alright. Cool.
I'm gonna make that into a shirt.
Stealth check?
Dilapidated?
The sun isn't low; it's dilapidated.
Nobody will understand what that means.
I don't care. It's gonna be in a line of D&D
Alright.
shirts.
I don't even think all of us understand what that means. It
Man,
has like a target audience of like 2 people.
I don't care,
I'm
man.
sharing my screen.
It'll
You
be
are
like
indeed.
it'll be like the LTT tracksuit.
Yeah.
Okay.
They made one just because. Oh shit.
Just facing out. Like he's, again, he's been placed here for a reason. But yeah. So this you see a guard that is not moving, looking out, actually keeping watch.
Ben raises a fist, then points to his eyes, then points to the cave, and then holds up one finger.
Grant gives a thumbs up.
All right.
And you can because that's dim light. So based on the like dark vision that you have, and you can kind of still make it out a little bit. You at least know that his armor that he's wearing, it's not black or white.
It's not black or white armor.
Correct.
Purple.
So it's either
Because he's dark vision, it's black and white.
So she's in shades of gray.
so it's
His name
it's
is
not
Alec.
black or white.
Right.
And again, you know that the factions are, the other 5 colors.
Chromatic dragons. Okay, gotcha.
The other 3.
So yeah, it's one of the other 3. You can at least make out that much.
Gotcha. So Fenn's gonna turn, and then he's gonna draw his thumb along his neck, and then he's going to cock his head and raise an eyebrow like he's asking a question.
This time Gronk will double thumbs up.
Trebek
Okay.
is
Longo-
strategically looking the other way.
Longo gets his lyre ready to play some hard music for this. 'Cause that's how
Stealth
we-
for
Dragon
the
Force.
stealthiness.
Well, if I
Okay.
have to do anything that needs a material component, my spell requires a song.
Okay, so then if that's the case, there's no way I can get closer stealthily. So I'm going to. Can I pop him with a couple shots from my bow from here?
I mean, you can certainly try.
High accuracy.
Hey, if you use sharpshooter, it doesn't matter if you use
Exactly. Yeah.
if they have cover or not.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, I'm using as much of the boulder as cover as I can.
Okay.
So, does this start combat?
So I will give you, and only you, since you were really the only one to say something right now, because you are the front of the pack as well,
Mhm.
a surprise round on
Yes.
this
So
specific attack.
I will say, Mark, so we've actually been doing surprise wrong in 5e. People are just surprised. So the first round of combat, they just have the surprise condition on them.
Sure.
No,
don't
I'm
think
just
that
saying,
matters.
like, it doesn't, but it's like different than a surprise round. They changed it for 5e.
So then, what does surprised mean? It means I get advantage when I'm attacking them.
I mean, you're definitely getting advantage.
I'll
Sweet.
find it, but I was just like watching some like actually stuff.
If you're surprised, you can't move or take an action on your first turn of the combat, and you can't take a reaction until that turn ends.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna override that garbage because I'm not about that. Still a surprise round. I don't care.
Yeah,
Alright.
basically, yeah, they just lose a turn, basically.
Yeah.
Basically. Okay. So here we go. I am going to be doing sharpshooter because obviously. So let's see if I hit
Because
anything.
obviously that took a lot of convincing.
Oh shit! All right, first roll is a 20. Well, -5, so 23.
19 plus 9.
Well, it should be 19 plus 5. 19 plus 4,
Yeah.
but yes.
That'll hit.
All right. So 10 plus 7, so 17 points of damage.
Yeah.
And then, because I have my dreaded ambusher, I get a second attack.
Mhm.
Well, that's going to be a miss.
Are you using sharpshooter again?
Still an
Yeah.
advantage.
Yeah, I'm using sharpshooter again. Oh, there we go. And that's going to be a 17.
That'll hit.
Fantastic. So with Dread Ambusher, I roll 2d8 plus.
Let me.
Uh,
It hits. Let me just double check if it just hits or not.
Okay.
I know that'll be. I mean, you can still go ahead and roll for damage.
This time I got 12 for the d8s plus 4, 16, so 26 points of damage.
There you go.
Nice.
Now you're doing some Gronk damage.
So it was 17
Plus 26.
plus 26.
Yeah. Get fucked.
43.
Yep.
Yeah. So
With one or 2 arrows, technically.
With 2 shots, yeah. So
Why
both
should I
back
take sharpshooter?
yeah. Right.
Well, granted, this is the best case scenario for it.
Exactly.
It can backfire, but still.
Yeah, mathematically speaking, this worked perfectly.
Did you also add your D8 for?
Yes, that was my D8. That was my additional D8 for Dread Ambusher. I didn't even use Hunter's Mark.
Okay, I was just about to ask. So no.
No.
Great.
No.
All right. So yeah, as you peer around the corner, you go ahead and describe it. Guy's
All right.
dead.
Yeah. Fenn peers around the corner, pressed up against the rocks. He only basically sees his faceplate, but that's all Fenn needs. He lets loose 2 arrows in immediate succession. One pierces his eye, another goes straight through his throat.
Nice.
Without uttering a sound except for.
Nice.
He then slumps.
Into the infrared.
All right.
And then
so
Fenn turns, nods.
and
What did we ever do without you? And
As-
everyone clapped.
yeah. So as you are, I don't know if you're entering yet, but as the body falls, again, he's wearing metal armor of some sort. Even though the arrows were silent, the body falling, not so much.
Unfortunately.
Guard, because at this point, again, if you're peering around the corner, you can see this guy come around. He sees this guard dead,
Mhm.
and now I'm gonna have everybody roll for initiative.
Sweet.
Mark, would
Hey,
this-
Alec, how are you doing?
that's
No.
what I was going to ask you. Would this be a good place to pause?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Not an 18
So we can
initiative.
either roll initiative now, or we can do it later.
Let's roll it now, because I like my roll.
Let's roll it later, because
Okay.
I did not like my
Me
roll.
too. I have advantage on my initiative rolls now, so I guess I don't care.
Yeah, I think actually we should probably. Yeah. Oh, what is this custom?
I don't care if I go last. It's actually probably a good thing I go last.
Yeah, the
Mark,
support
why'd you
class
roll a
goes-
22 and then also an 11?
Because I have advantage.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah, no-
Fenn got a 19 for his initiative.
I would prefer to keep this one, but it's up to you, Mark. It's not a big deal either way.
What Bilgem roll?
I gotta get there. I'm still.
Belgium rolled a 5.
I bet he's got a +0 to initiative.
He's got a -1.
-1.
Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Fuck.
He's not
You
stupid,
laughed,
he's
Joe,
just
but this
spoiled.
was who you were going to play
girl
instead of
boss.
Finn.
That's true. That's true. That's true. But nah, I sharpshooter. Man, that worked out really well, and I bet it will never work like that ever again.
Longo, what was your initiative?
12.
12. Kronk.
22.
Beck.
18.
N.
19.
19. Okay. Belgium.
Average, that might be one of the best times our parties roll for rolled initiative.
See if he can roll double digits. Probably not. Nat 20, baby.
Oh my fucking god.
Definitely.
19.
19.
Jesus Christ.
Nat 20 for a total of, oh my god. Whenever the
Man,
DM asks for a total of.
We rolled up on this cave the second time around and said we ain't here to play.
With 0 equipment.
Exactly.
Joe, how many
0
arrows
of
do you
our
have left?
equipment.
Oh, I have 18 arrows left. Thank you for reminding me.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
How many javelins do you have?
0.
I was right. I'm the only guy with ranged weapons, aren't
Yeah,
I?
and until we get... Well, I can throw the sword pretty far.
I have spells. I can cast
We each have a
fireball.
dagger that we could throw for some reason.
That's true.
Gronk, I'll allow it if you want a hand axe instead of a dagger.
Fuck yeah. Swapping that shit out right now.
All right.
Well, that was fun. I miss D&D.
Good shit. It's just unfortunate that I'm not a level 5 ranger because I can't double attack. So
Can on the first
You'll
turn.
get there.
yeah, for the first turn, I'm great. I'm a great ambusher. I'm a dreaded ambusher, actually.
I
But-
see what you did.
Ooh, get off the stage.
It's like the
All right,
second the
guys.
fight happens, then I'm like, all right, time to leave.
I will see you all
You hit it
later,
and quit it.
or I will see you at another time.
Okay.
Yeah,
See-
good man.
See you later,
Yeah.
buddy.
Also going to hop.
Go get some sleep.
Taco Bell. That's some good shit.
Oh, I fucking want
Okay.
Taco Bell. Don't say that.
I want a
Taco
hot
Bell.
dog.
Hey, you know what you should do? You should get their crispy melt box.
You should shut your whore mouth.
I will do no such thing, except I will, because I gotta be somewhere. Bye, guys.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Bye. Good session. Loved it. Killed it. Fuck 'em up.
All right, Enderman.
Later.
Right, I'm also gonna hop off myself.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired. I got work in the morning, so.
Same. But cool.